Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to this channel. It's been a while. It's been a while. We've been through so much. Oh my gosh, this past season, mind blown. First of all, how are you doing? I'm doing all right myself. So, so many things I want to talk about. First of all, I'm so sorry. A big apologies. I'm sorry. Number one. For all my sins. Because I didn't really upload as much as I should and I wanted to. Because I don't have all the manpower I need to get it done. So the first one I want to say is I'm sorry. Number two, I wanted to insert somehow the topic about writing books, selling art, and doing all that. Doing extra research on how to get all that done. I know my brother just told me yesterday and today this dialect word we have in our language called latagaw. Latagaw thinking is like not being mindful. So I get a lot of judgment because I have 3 different realms. So I have a Bisaya realm, which is my dialect. I have an English realm, which is being Canadian, and I have this artistic world, which is being myself. So being Canadian, you need to kind of make sure you are in alignment with the Canadian values and language and comprehension and lifestyle and interpretation and socialization and all that shun. Well, the Bisaya side of my realm is all about authenticity, all about self-value and cultural seed, like where it's come from, where is it coming from, how did this evolve, and then the artistic world for me is combining both. That's where the Latagaw thinking can come off as you, like as the audience, you looking at the artwork, the piece, the progress. And that's how I want to kind of portray the current events. Now, Latagaw and the books and like the art, I wanted to write stories or books. I wanted to write a book about things I kind of went through, and not entirely like my struggles, but like the character of each story, and not just the characters themselves, but like the moral lesson brought through that story and experience. Okay, that's one, or number 2. And number 3, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, going back to number 1, because I didn't really become accountable as I should in terms of uploading as much as episodes that I really wanted to, that kind of tracks my week. So I've got, oh my gosh, ChatGPT. I'm so sorry everybody, but it's been my bestie, and I've done a lot of research with ChatGPT, and one of the biggest ones I did this week were about self-check questionnaires. And I've planned to do daily self-questionnaires starting October 1st, just because this is the month I was born. I was also kind of conversating with myself in my head to maybe like do it then when I started that research with ChatGPT, and I was like, okay, maybe I should do it now, but I'm procrastinating, so I'm gonna do it October 1st. And it's daily self-check starting then. We have monthly. I think I also have weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, 5 years, 10 years, which is a really big deal for me because so many shifts has had taken place this entire year alone, and not counting 2 years ago neither. So many things shifting, and this is just obviously really overwhelming. So I pray a lot. So that number 3 was all about accountability and flow. So I've already talked about being a fool and trying to make an art out of all of it, followed by being accountable and failing to meet my own deadlines here in this platform. And I know it kind of like presents myself as someone who's always rushing, and that's probably because I have a ton of energy and to do so many things, and that just naturally calls itself as ambitious. And on top of that, not only I want to write and I want to be accountable with publishing videos on here, I'm also doing a lot really for myself in general, because at work I physically work and do hands-on things on the daily when I am at work. But last week I was not working from Tuesday all the way to the last day of that week up until this week, because last week I was on a holiday, and this week now this week I'm hella sick. Like, we've all had some different kinds of flus and colds and respiratory or whatever infection we go through, but this one in particular started as a sore throat on a Wednesday, and then it progressed into congestion a few days later, and that was about it. And then I gained some stiff neck because I probably forced myself to continue on my strenuous physical activities regardless. But here's the deal, here's the truth, here's the thing. When is time? When is the right time? Or when do we apply being the cop to ourselves in terms of like trying to lay back? And I know like we try to go through holidays, like not like governmental holidays / calendar holidays, but holidays where you intentionally planned for yourself to relax for those days. And like, to my summary, don't get me wrong, the week where I had planned the holiday, which was last week, which is to see Lady Gaga, obviously like I expected that to be relaxing, which it was, but to take yourself away from it afterwards is very overwhelming in my experience, because Lady Gaga is a big idol of mine, so it's a huge achievement for me to get through and to even experience alone. It's like on its own, it's just so insane. And I guess I need to get used to the volume of all these impacts, or the impact of such volume, vice versa. I don't know if like both way of delivery have its own definition and effect when applied on certain experiences and actual living lifestyle or life, or of a person's life. And I just truly crave solitude, being blessed with time alone and all the power you need to be able to be mindful with each decision and each coming days that you need to like complete certain tasks and daily missions, and like daily self-check, daily satisfaction for yours and for others, making sure we didn't step on anybody's foot or line, not crossing any boundaries. So many things to pay attention and things to keep up with. Oh my god, like, and I have been keeping up with so many things for friends, for family, for the world. Oh my god. And so it just makes sense that if in any way you are just somehow like me, which is someone who is so empathetic, we really need to like reach the core of evaluating what type of circulation you need to maintain a healthy state of flow. Flow of state. OMG, I'm stoned. Like, this is getting me stoned for sure. Because when you're stoned, like, so many of ideas get rearranged. Because, like, if I am not in my cannabis effects, I have a lot of ideas jumping everywhere in my head, in my cells, in my bones, in my skin, my fiber, in everything. And not only that, I'm doing all those hands-on work related activities, I also try to maintain physical activities for health reasons, as well as music, enjoyment, and being a student every day at my workplace, because technically and realistically I am still a student and I'm learning about color and the chemical and branding relationship with its entire education is very important, and it's complex. It's not simple. So my mind is active, and being a like pro at people pleasing, because I've performed since I was a child, so I know how to sing in people's ears, in a person's attention. That also is ticking. Everything is active, and like if I was this microbiome, I'm like just sparking. Now when I go in the cannabis effects, it just kind of rearrange the ideas, like I said earlier, because you are poured with certain sentence at 1 second, and later on you come back to it and let it grow and let it expand itself or on its own, and then that's why everything would make sense, because you're like, oh yeah, this kind of is possible this way, but this is also possible this way, and which one really is which, and period. So those were the things I wanted to kind of talk about. I guess there was just 3, but this is, I guess, number 4 is being able to sit down and have it recorded like I've always wanted, so that I can be accountable as possible. And I know this isn't the frequency that I am wanting to reach at the moment, but I do give myself grace every single time, every single day. So I'm gonna write grace here. And then number 5 is when I went to my trip last week, I've talked to all my friends how it all means to me. Meeting Lady Gaga, spending time with the family of my late friend. There was one person that said something to me, and it's sticking. It's stuck, and she said to keep going. Like keep it going, keep going. In Tagalog, forgot what it sound like in Tagalog. Pagpatuloy mo yan. Pagpatuloy mo yan. Yeah. Big shout out to her. Pagpatuloy mo yan, yung pagkanta, yung the way you are as a person, I would want to interpret. And I guess just for being alive, pagpatuloy mo yan, ganyan. Anyway, that's keep it up, or keep going. No, but she's the wife of the guy I met there. I know her name, Tita M. And I don't want to say the wrong one or say it out loud neither, unless she asks me to, but she didn't. Anyway, it's my friend's birthday tomorrow, and I drew this. I did draw this on my iPad. Anyway, that's all. That's a wrap. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye.